Guys, I'm Thomas with Tiver, and thanks again for watching Tiver Talks. Today I want to walk with you through the serious journey of life. Did you know that there are actually 12 stages of life? I want to go through about 4 of those, break them down into different components, and they may actually help you understand why you made the decisions you made, why you think the way you think, and why you're experiencing the challenges that you're experiencing. It'll also tell you, for those of you that are like me sometimes that feel very stuck in one place, and you just can't understand why you're feeling like that, or you're in a spirit in a time of transition and you don't know what it is, I've got a few things that may help explain it to you. First phase is birth. That's the hope phase. The second phase is middle childhood. So you're going through infancy, you're going through early childhood, you got late childhood in there from the ages of 9 to 11 is where that ends up. And then as we move on, you end up into a late childhood phase. So late childhood, that's adolescence, that's early adulthood. You're really forming who you are and finding out who you are as a person, what things you like, what you want to do, and it's just kind of starting to shape up and make a little bit of sense. The one I want to spend a lot of time on is midlife. So a lot of you are in midlife right now, and that's where it includes mature adulthood, late adulthood, death, and dying. So there's a lot of components in these. Let's take a look at them and see exactly what each one of them entails. So majority of you that follow me are usually between the ages of 25 to 50-ish. But we'll start with the ages 20 to 35, which is early adulthood. This is the enterprise stage. It takes enterprise for young adults to accomplish their many goals, including finding a home, a mate, establishing a family circle of friends, and or getting a job. The key point that I want you to identify here is that this principle of enterprise thus serves us at any stage of life when we need to get out into the world and make our mark. So most of you between these ages are out there really trying to figure out life. You may be shopping for a spouse, as I mentioned. You may be trying to start an actual family. You may have got your first career, your first job. You're looking for a home, right? So those are in that early phase to where you're trying to define and really get your footing as you step out into the real world and be on your own and support yourself. The next one is midlife. So a lot of us are here. I'm here in this phase. And it's very important and critical for you to understand what the midlife entails. We often think in midlife crisis between the late 40s, 45 to 50 range, and you say, oh, that person's going through a midlife crisis. But the reality is your midlife is considered ages 35 to ages of 50. That is your contemplation stage. That's why they call it a midlife. Because in this stage, you are really contemplating things. Where am I going? Who am I? How many years have I spent doing X, Y, and Z? And what are my next years going to be made of? So it says, after many years in young adulthood following society's script for creating a life, people in midlife often take a break from worldly responsibilities to reflect upon the deeper meaning of their lives, the better to forge ahead with understanding and with a new understanding. This element of contemplation represents an important resource that we can all draw upon to deepen and enrich our lives at any age. Now at this point, notice that it's saying you want a deeper meaning, and that it's quite possible that you've been following someone else's script and not your own. So that's why you go through a spirit of contemplation, because you don't know, have I been doing what I wanted to do my whole life? Or have I been doing what I've been told to do my whole life? Or have I been doing what I've just been forced and shaped to do because of life circumstances? Meaning you had children early, meaning that you just had to take care of a parent, something of that nature that forced you into a situation and now you feel trapped. but you're starting to wonder, is there a change necessary? The next level is ages 50 to 80, which includes the mature adulthood. So that's the benevolence phase. Those in mature adulthood have raised families already. They've established themselves in their work life and become contributors and contribute to the betterment of society through volunteerism, mentorships, and other forms of philanthropy. All of humanity benefits from benevolence. All of humanity benefits from benevolence. Moreover, we all can learn from their example to give more of ourselves to others. So that's basically telling me, through a level of benevolence, when you get a little bit older, you've got wisdom, obviously. You typically have more wisdom. Whatever challenges you went through in life, right? There has been ups, downs, you've been through some things at this point. So you can offer a value to others that are younger than you, to explain to them and give them mentorship, as they mentioned. Give them good advice. Tell them what things have worked for you, which things have not worked for you. And most importantly, that it pointed out, a level of encouragement that lets you know that whatever is going on right now is not necessarily the end or the future of what will be. Then the last phase says late adulthood, so you're 80 plus, and that seems like a long time to gain wisdom, but at that point that's your wisdom phase. And those with long lives have acquired a rich repository of experiences that they can use to help and guide others. Your elders are critical, thus they represent a source of wisdom that exists in each of us, helping us to avoid the mistakes of the past while reaping the benefits of life's blessings. When I look at wisdom, I think that at all times you should try to find yourself a mentor. And that mentor should be older because they have went through life. They've had experiences, because they're going to have a different perspective. Now, they may not have evolved, quote unquote, as the new millennials may say, that you're more technology savvy, they do a little bit more old school approach, but wisdom does not have a time lapse on it. It's valuable, and it gets more valuable as time goes on. So these have been 4 components of the 12 stages of life that I've chosen just for you. Take a moment, take a look, and really understand where I'm at right now. This may actually be the reason why.